Ousmane Dembélé has won the 2025 Ballon d'Or trophy, beating Lamine Yamal. And the most surprising thing, actually, I thought, when they were running down from 10 to 3, was Rafinha in 5th place. I thought he would at least got 4th, but Vitinha taking the 3rd place. But well deserved for Vitinha. He was absolutely superb throughout the season. But let's talk about the main two, Ousmane Dembélé and Lamine Yamal. These two, sublime, absolute sublime performances throughout the season. But it's that Champions League victory that really weighed heavy in the judges' minds, of course. And the presented trophy, obviously, to Dembele, he was full of emotion. You can see on his face, he just wanted it so bad. And you can hear every single person in that auditorium screaming Dembele's name time and time and time again. And do you know what? The Champions League, I thought, when they were obviously announcing the women's Ballon d'Or and Bonmati not winning the Champions League for the women and winning a 3rd consecutive Ballon d'Or trophy, I thought Lamine Yamal had an excellent chance of winning this Ballon d'Or, obviously this year in the 2025 ceremony. And I thought that, after the Copa Trophy, I thought then, at that specific time, that Lamine Yamal didn't even stand a chance. But, look, surprises can happen at any way in terms of this Ballon d'Or ceremony. But the main winner was Dembele. Obviously, you saw Dembele performing for PSG across the Champions League. I don't personally watch Ligue 1, but he performed very well the whole year for PSG. And you've just got to take your hat off to him because he was absolutely outstanding. That Champions League performance, especially towards the later stages of the tournament, and obviously that Liverpool game, unbelievable performance, obviously was going to win the Ballon d'Or. But let me just say something. I think Lamine Yamal, he can keep his head high 100% because he is going to win more Ballon d'Or trophies than Dembele could ever wish for in his life, because Lamine Yamal is an absolute generational talent. There are only very few in the world. Dembele's not. He wasn't. But Lamine Yamal is. And he is definitely going to win many Ballon d'Or trophies. He is the best footballer in the world. I don't care what the Ballon d'Or ceremony says. He is the most talented, the most technical, the most brilliant footballer. You can call this glazing. You can call this Barcelona glazing. I don't care. I am a football purist. Yeah? What a football purist means is I don't put teams ahead of actually watching very high quality football. I may be a Real Madrid fan. Lamine Yamal may play for Barcelona. But God, do I wish that Lamine Yamal would play for Real Madrid? Absolutely. If I had the opportunity to be Real Madrid and pay Barcelona 300 plus M's to sign Lamine Yamal, you think I won't do it? Of course I would. You don't think I would get rid of Vinny and Rodrigo at the same time and just to get Lamine Yamal? Absolutely I would, because he is above any player in the world of football. And that is facts. Every single thing he does on the pitch is absolutely immaculate. Don't get me wrong, Dembele is great too. But Dembele had a great season. Lamine Yamal will have every single season great, because he is absolutely incredible. He's an incredible footballer, and you just need to admire it where it needs to be admired. That's just finished. He finished second, so what? He's going to probably go next year and win it again if Barcelona win countless trophies this year, or if it's the next year after that, then Lamine Yamal will probably win that. He's going to be going for this Ballon d'Or trophy every single year from this moment on. Do you realize that? At that age. So this is something that hasn't been done since, obviously, Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, where they're going to be competing every single year. Dembele, he's not going to be competing again for the Ballon d'Or. I don't think so personally, because Dembele may be great in terms of one season, the last one. Do you think PSG can replicate it again? If they can, then maybe he can go again. But he is a player that is living in the moment. He won the Champions League. They won the quadruple, essentially. And they're going to possibly challenge for more trophies this year, especially in France. I don't know about Europe just as of yet, but they will compete, PSG. But Barcelona will be competing for a very long time to come, as long as Lamine Yamal is playing for them. That is factual. You cannot disregard that. So for me, I look at this Ballon d'Or ceremony as just another curve, another stepping stone for Lamine Yamal. Now, you can see in the comments, the Madrid fans, oh, you love Barcelona. You love Barcelona. Oh, this guy should just support Barcelona. Blah, 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 blah. But guess what? Like I said before, watching football is different than actually seeing the support for your team. Yeah? It's different. Mbappe got 7th place today. 7th. Yeah? He won the Pichichi last year. This is football, essentially. And Lamine Yamal got to that stage to get 2nd place today just because he is so flipping good on the football. That's why. He is the best. He is. And that is final for me, personally. And I've said it since he was absolutely last year cooking Real Madrid, cooking so many different teams. Single-handedly into semi-final. The only player that literally done anything. Dragged Barcelona out of the dumps in a semi-final to even compete on that level. That's what he did. So you cannot disregard all the performances that Lamine Yamal had. I can go back on my video timeline and I will guarantee you most of the actual videos that I put out, especially for Barcelona and the post-match reactions, mentioned Lamine Yamal or Pedri. Probably more Lamine Yamal because unreal. Unflipping real. The dribbling, the technique, the agility, the passing, the vision, the creativity. How he just glides on the ball. He doesn't even have that much pace, but he just glides on the ball like it's second nature to him. That's what it is. Dembele, he had to work at it. But Lamine Yamal is naturally a gifted footballer, like Lionel Messi. Exactly the same ilk. Exactly the same. Just naturally gifted. Cristiano Ronaldo had to work for it, even though he had technique as well, but he had to work for it to even compete with Lionel Messi. But Lamine Yamal is going to be there countless times on the front stage. When fans watch him, you're looking at Lamine Yamal pick up the ball and you're waiting for him to see what he's going to do in that moment. Whether he's going to glide past 4 players, which he does consistently. Most matches, just taking the ball, picking it himself and going like this. The only last player that I've seen do that properly is Messi. The only player. Because Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't do that. He couldn't. Especially at Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo became an actual prolific goal scorer and became the greatest goal scorer in the history of Real Madrid. But when it comes to dribbling, when it comes to natural technique, and you pick up the ball and you run at your man, you run with full intensity, that's what Lamine Yamal does. And the last player that I saw that could do that was Lionel Messi. The player before I saw that could do that was Ronaldo. Phenomenal. That is the lineage, essentially. When Ronaldo Phenomenal was at FC Barcelona, he was making defenses look stupid. Lionel Messi, exactly the same. Exactly the same. And now it's Yamal's turn. That's what it is. It's Yamal's turn to become the next Ballon d'Or. Even though Dembele, he had his time last year, can he replicate again? That's up to him because he doesn't, for me personally, have the natural technique to replicate that on a year-on-year basis. But Lamine Yamal does. That is factual. You have to understand that. As a football purist, Yamal is just elevating the game. He makes you excited to watch football. Drag away from this pace and power bullshit that we see consistently on a weekend basis. That's why I like Lamine Yamal so much, because he's taking you away from these pace and power merchants that are consistently ruining football, ruining it. It's gone. The game of football is gone because of just literally kick and run merchants that literally just take the ball, couple of yards in front of them, beat them with pace, and then they are a magical, oh, look at this player. He's so magical. He's so good. You think Dembele, if he didn't have pace, do you think he'd be the same player? Do you think so? I don't think so. But Lamine Yamal, he doesn't have that explosivity in terms of pace. But what he does have is absolute born natural technique. And he is the player that's going to bring football back to where it's supposed to be. Players like him, players like Pedri, players like Arda Güler, these type of players that should bring football back to where it should be. Cole Palmer, another. Just absolute amazing footballers. Vitinha as well. Doué as well. These type of footballers that have that extra bits, that extra oomph in them, the extra va-va-voom. That's what it is, as Cantona used to say, essentially. Yeah? That extra something about them that's going to drive football forward and away from this absolute physical rubbish that we've seen today. Just using pace just to make you look like you're doing something when you're actually doing something at all. That is the direction I want to see football going. Yeah? Because there are players that transcend the history of football. Players that transcend it. And they would be, look, Iniesta was presenting the women's Ballon d'Or, yeah, and giving it to an actual Barcelona compatriot, shall we say, in Bon Mati, yeah? Bon Mati is an excellent footballer. Iniesta is one of the best footballers and in my top 5 of all-time footballers because they are football purists. Dembele is not. I'm sorry to say, he's not. He's not a football purist. He actually is an excellent footballer, but lacks that little bit extra. That's something where I say, okay, I'm going to watch this match just for Dembele. I watch a lot of the Barcelona matches because it's La Liga, but I'm just interested to see what Lamine Yamal is going to do. That's what football is about. When you watched in previous years, you watch Cristiano Ronaldo. What's Cristiano Ronaldo going to do? What's Messi going to do? What's players like, I don't know, Thierry Henry going to do at Arsenal? What's players like Ronaldo Phenomenal going to do for Brazil or Barcelona or Inter? What's players like Zola going to do for Chelsea? What's players like Redondo going to do for Real Madrid? What's players like Zidane going to do for France or Juve when he played, or Real Madrid? These are players. These are football players. I'm sorry to say, Dembele, you deserve the win, but unfortunately, you don't strike a chord with me at all, Dembele. You don't, because certain players, look, Dino, that guy was presenting the Ballon d'Or to Dembele. Look at where it's gone, football. Come off it, man. Come off it. Seriously, Ronaldinho compared to Dembele. Ronaldinho was absolutely magical. Yes, he had pace, but he is the most technically gifted footballer of all time. Of all time. That is factual. Factual. And also phenomenal as well. But these two, unreal. Unreal. So to come to this, where Dembele's winning the Ballon d'Or ahead of Lamine Yamal, for me, yeah. That's for another time on another video, because I believe that Yamal is just, he is the one that's going to bring football back to where it's supposed to be. Players like him. And hopefully he wins a Ballon d'Or in the coming years. Guys, take care. Adios. And we'll see you next time. Take care.